The city of Norwich is bracing itself for a Russian invasion.
I know that what I'm building appeals to me so much that it will appeal to people who are like me, so I know they will come.
This is the story of one Russian woman's dream to create the ultimate English hotel.
It's my unborn child, and I think I've been carrying it for the last 4.5 years.
She has never done anything like this before, but she knows what she likes.
Don't tell me what I can put or what I cannot put. I can put whatever I want. It's my vision, it's my restaurant, it's my hotel.
But has she taken on more than she bargained for?
I have to present to the world that we can do it. Failure is not an option.
Hey! We're officially open!
After a 5-year struggle and a £6 million makeover, Lana and Carleton finally opened their 5-star hotel to the curious Norwich public.
Certainly an eclectic mix.
Oh, yes, if somebody offered me the chance to stay here, I'd stay at the drop of a hat, yeah.
But the team fell victim to its own success.
Everyone came in at once, the chefs are fucking screwed.
Like, we've given them free wine, cakes and chocolate. They're still complaining.
The hotel may finally be on its feet, but keeping it there is the next big challenge.
The fact was, we were not as well prepared as we should have done. And I only have myself to blame. At some point, I have to feel confident enough to let go. Having seen tonight, I can't let go as yet, and not for some time, I think.
Against all the odds, St Giles House is celebrating its first Christmas.
3, excellent. Feeling 1, 2, 3, and great. And again, 1, 2, 3.
But behind the scenes, the picture isn't so rosy. Relations between head chef Grimsby and his sidekick Ivan have overheated.
Oh, a few issues. Same shit, different day, mate.
For the moment, Ivan is just looking forward to a day off.
Fuck this, I'm going home now, I've had enough. I've been looking forward to this moment for a week. Now here, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
But Lana's got bigger staff problems ahead. Systems Administrator Ryan and Food and Beverage Manager Tom are refusing to work together.
I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but at the same time, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to do my job. And the way it's looking is I'm not going to make friends, which is fine with me.
Thomas and I have sort of personal issues outside of work, and it all came to the front the other day, last Saturday, where we sort of had an argument, and he says, "You're on standby." We're both getting done for it, basically. I feel quite guilty about it, to be honest. You know, I don't want anything to happen to either of us. You know, I wish that we could be sort of men about it and talk, but that doesn't seem to want to happen.
An exhausted Lana is nearing the end of her tether. She will need to summon all her inner strength for the unpleasant task of disciplining her young managers.
Ryan?
Well, to be honest, I don't want to go into full details of our sort of personal life because it's outside of work.
It's supposed to be outside of work. Obviously, on Saturday it became work.
It's not becoming outside of work now. Now it's becoming Carleton and my problem.
It came ahead. I was out on Thursday night, and I spoke to his girlfriend, and I said that I didn't like him, and that's where it's from.
Okay.
Well, what upsets me most, Ryan, is you were clearly told to leave Thomas alone. Thomas, would you join us, please?
Ryan escapes with a flea in his ear and a written warning as Tom is summoned in. Tom asks for the cameras to leave the room.
We just find ourselves in an impossible situation, Thomas. Ryan is also getting a written warning. He's
5 months I've been for this place.
Thomas, you have to be responsible for your own actions.
No, I know. I'm just disappointed with myself more than anything.
As Tom feels he is unable to work alongside Ryan any longer, he hands in his notice. Lana has lost one of her most experienced members of staff at the worst possible time of year.
One of the things you can't do is to get so close to the people that you employ. There are...
I can't do it any other way, Carleton.
I know.
It's the way I'm made.
Despite the success of the grand opening, December has been a disaster. Guests are thin on the ground, and the hotel is losing money at an alarming rate. The spirit of Christmas has deserted St Giles House.
We have not made the kind of money that we need to make in December by a long chalk. We are supposed to issue wage checks. Well, we wanted to issue them today. We're going to have to issue them on Tuesday. I think they will all bounce.
Coming up on Helter Hotel. St Giles House is finally up and running, but a few paying guests will not be enough to solve Lana and Carleton's problems.
Lana is in tears every other 5 minutes. Breaks my heart that she keeps crying and finds it all too much.
With the banks closing in, Lana calls on her Moscow connection, but cousin Dmitri demands a state visit.
We're going to have to go to Moscow.
You know that Moscow is one of my favourite places to hate.
The staff are revolting at the St Giles House Hotel. As her food and beverage manager Tom leaves under a cloud, Lana takes the loss personally.
I can't do it any other way, Carleton. It's the way I'm made.
But with war threatening to break out in the kitchen, Lana's makeup could be further tested.
Staff morale? Right. Well, staff morale, we sent down the Sally Army. Fuck off.
December is proving to be a punishing month, and it's not over yet.
We are supposed to issue wage checks. Well, we wanted to issue them today. We're going to have to issue them on Tuesday. I think they will all bounce.
As winter starts to bite and the wolves gather at the door of her Norwich hotel, first-time hotelier Lana is holding tight to her undiminished optimism.
You know, even if I seem to go sort of in depths of complete desperation, I think in my heart of heart, I know that somehow something will happen. Divine intervention, my guardian angel, something will happen and we will pull through.
Forward-looking and forward-thinking. On the first day of civil weddings for gay couples in England and Wales, St Giles House is hosting a very special event.
Very well, very well. You did come through. My partner and I are having a civil partnership today. Everybody else is getting very excited about it, and they're all asking me if I'm getting excited. But I mean, we've been together for 31 years, so you know, it's about time.
That's brilliant.
With the celebration going down a treat, someone even dares to outdress Lana. Now that takes some doing. But while the happy union is celebrated in style, senior sous chef Ivan returns from his day off like a bear with a sore head.
Horrible shit. I slept, argued with everybody, and just didn't want to be there. I woke up at 11, had some breakfast, went back to bed at 2, slept till 5, woke up, had some tea, had a row with the kids, fight with the missus, went back to bed and woke up this morning. Great day off. I can't wait for the next one. I'll probably be up for murder.
While Ivan goes to hide in the dark, the wedding party head out into the winter sun. The good mood even lifts General Manager Brian.
Seem happy.
Although Carleton is a little late with the confetti.
It's amazing.
Come on, girls, keep it together. It's all right, I'll get it myself.
Things may be jolly front of house, but in the understaffed and overstretched kitchen, the tender issue of the Christmas rota is starting to thicken the atmosphere.
Getting in each other's way. Fucking move on. What, you got new mash?
Yeah.
Use it, that looks shit. Stop fucking around, get it together.
Slavery died a long, long time ago.
As things get sticky, Grimsby takes the problem to a higher power.
Sous chef having a Christmas off, first year of operating. Hello.
Although it's come to a head today, it's been brewing. My opinion would be right now he's still within his 6-month trial period.
Yes, absolutely.
All we're obliged to give him is
And
a week,
he
is a
actually
week,
has
is a week's
already
notice.
had a warning.
If you let him go any further, all he's going to do is the rest of the kitchen are going to get upset.
I told you when the first problems began, I said to you, sack him.
As the clear the air talks get bogged down upstairs, Ivan waits impatiently for his own audience with the boss.
Employers. Full of shit.
You know, it's just a no-win situation. The guy's obviously miserable. He doesn't like working here anyways. But there's just no consoling him. There's no way of making him see that it's not a black and white situation, it's kind of a grey situation. And apparently it was just over days off.
But with time ticking away and Lana and Carleton failing to show, the ants in Ivan's pants are really starting to bite.
It's madness, you know. 10:20, already 20 minutes late. Someone just goes to show how much they care. This is just stressing me out and doing my head in, so I'm leaving. See you later. It's if it doesn't suit them, then they don't want to know, and I don't think that's fair. After doing 80+ hours for the first 6 weeks of this shithole, and this is how they pay you back.
Ivan makes his exit from St Giles House for the very last time.
As far as I'm concerned, he's now left his place of work without being asked for. Don't need it.
Don't like it.
No.
It's just one of those things, you know. Some people click together, some people don't, you know, and there's, I just don't think that he was fitting in, you know. He needed more out of a job, I believe.
But Ivan's rather blunt regrets are reserved for the building.
It is a real shame that such a beautiful building with such prospect and such opportunity will fall into the hands of such poor, inadequate, inexperienced, unprofessional people. Thank you very much. It's all right. He's a good guy. Picky and perky. Two good boys. See ya.
And with that, Ivan was gone, riding off into the sunset to spend more time with his family.
It's rule of thumb. People that you start with, the chances are within 6 months you'll lose something like 60% of them. So let's hope that we're now losing the people that we would have lost anyway.
It's Christmas Day at St Giles House. But for exhausted hoteliers Lana and Carleton, there's little festive cheer.
Lana is in tears every other 5 minutes. Breaks my heart that she keeps crying and finds it all too much. I just want to go and fix it. She keeps hoping that the bank will come through, but my experience is that banks are not there to be your friends. They're there to make money, and there suddenly comes a point where they say nope. And we're at that.
No, Carleton, don't. Oh, don't. Oh, go away.
What are you doing?
I don't want to do this now. Please go away.
But with the eve of 2006 comes a chance to start afresh. An opportunity to put a brave face on things. St Giles House is hosting a Venetian New Year's Eve masked ball.
Let's go.
This calls for a...
Calls for a super.
Where are my glasses?
Your fucking face is no wrong.
This calls for a job for the mask. I just poked my eye out. Fucking hell. Okay, to the wood.
It's a night of much-needed farcical fun as they shed their troubles to make light of their darkest days. And of course, Lana and Carleton rouse themselves to steal the show with a grand entrance.
Prince Randy Love, Countess Grotti, Lord Lovett.
And once again, Dimitri's bistro is heaving. Happy New Year, Lana.
Very much so. Would you like a glass of rosé? Not me. No, him.
That's my donkey ears.
With the new year dawning, maybe this midwinter night's dream can start to turn the nightmare around. It's a new year and a new dawn for the hotel. Important guests are on their way, and the team have got work to do.
Sorry, do I have a party now, going backwards and forwards?
Yeah, because if we don't order wine...
Well, can you just not follow me around like a puppy?
Oh, I'm not following you around.
Yes, you are.
Right, I'll go and sort the tables out then.
It's a case of divide and conquer for the skeleton crew of St Giles House. It's no wonder the staff are dead on their feet.
For the housekeeper when you need her.
Head waiter Oscar is sharing Brian's pain.
Well, we've been having some rotor problems recently, so the solution for Brian is a sort of quite a large cry for help here. He's slightly in the shit, as it were. Poor bastard. Yeah.
With Brian's cry for help not reaching the right ears, there's no option but to carry on his many jobs.
What may I get you? I had all this staff on 2 seconds ago, and as soon as the first customers walk in the door. Yeah.
A lot of firefighting, a lot of long hours, a lot of not getting much accomplished. I just have no office time. I have no admin time. I have nobody that I can offload it to help me. I'm always on the floor. I'm always on the floor. And it's long hours, long hours, longer than I thought. I knew that it was going to be hard work. I'm under no false illusions, but I just didn't think that. I might as well live here.
Up on the 3rd floor, Lana has all but moved in. She's been working 18-hour days to get 10 of the rooms up to scratch. Some very important guests are due to arrive this evening.
We've got some tourist agents, and they're quite influential, and they mostly source 5-star and boutique hotels. So it is important to us to get it right.
This is, under the microscope, people checking us out. And, it's kind of scary, kind of a leap of faith, really, because, we're not all singing, all dancing yet, far from it, really.
And the VIPs may want to shield their eyes from some areas of St Giles House. There's still a hell of a lot of work to be done. Indeed, the luxury spa is only just getting its first mud pack applied. Until it's ready, the much-delayed spa girls will have to continue as housekeepers. And they're not the only ones.
Long hours I was expecting. Little thanks I was expecting. It's 12:30 on a Saturday afternoon. I'm madly trying to iron these because any time from 2 o'clock, that's an hour and a half from now, these people could be checking into these rooms. And they're not ready.
Lana has certainly staged a coup in getting St Giles House noticed by a group of international travel writers. But with so few staff to keep the hotel running, the gamble could backfire, earning St Giles House a disastrous reputation from the off. In the laundry room, Carleton is feeling the pressure of being married to the hotel as well as to Lana.
It's put an awful lot of stress on our relationship, more so now than any time before. We now employ a whole bunch of people who look to us for inspiration and guidance and pay packets, and we are increasingly unable to deliver.
It seems St Giles House is losing its hold over Carleton.
I would have chucked this in some while ago. So I'm only doing this because, you know, Lana would be really upset if I chucked it in. Also, at this stage, if we chucked it in, what would we do? There's no money left in the bank. I don't really even have any skills that anyone would want to hire, funnily enough.
While Carleton sinks further beneath the linen snowdrift, Lana's undying enthusiasm is pushing her onwards and upwards.
Hi Ryan, it's Lana here. I did count on you helping me finish off the rooms. Anyway, give me a ring and let me know what you're doing. Okay, thanks, bye. The reason why Ryan and I work so well is because we're both perfectionists. And I know that if Ryan does the room, he will do it how I want it, because he's done plenty of rooms with me. See, Virgos and Pisces.
But maybe Lana should be taking more notice of her stars. January has more trouble in store.
Two big problems.
What?
There's a tile falling off.
Shit.
In the bathroom.
Shit.
And this wall's coming apart.
No, are you kidding me?
With the guests due to arrive in an hour, Lana's dream is coming apart at the seams.
Bloody hell. Shit.
Coming up, as the VIP guests arrive to run their critical eyes over St Giles House, behind the scenes staff morale is sinking to new depths.
It's hard days right now. You know, it's bleak house at the moment.
As the team struggle to maintain the charade, the boss must fight for the hotel's very survival.
It's just hitting the absolute rock bottom.
With St Giles House finally open, Lana and Carleton's first Christmas as hoteliers should have been something to celebrate. But the pressure of being married to the hotel, as well as to Lana, is starting to bring Carleton down.
It's put an awful lot of stress on our relationship, more so now than any time before.
With a group of vital guests due to arrive in an hour, Lana's too busy to notice her dream coming apart at the seams.
Bloody hell. Shit.
We're fully booked. Wow.
With an international group of travel writers on their way to St Giles House, Lana has had to steal bits from all over the hotel to get 10 rooms looking really special.
Houston, we have a problem. The property has no bedside lights.
Well, I put some in there. I stole some out of Josephine and put in there.
Somebody's in Josephine.
So someone's stolen them back.
May I borrow some lights from your splendid club? They are coming back tomorrow. Put more candles.
With stolen lights, the top suite is looking swish, even if it does feel a little chilly.
It probably will. Impromptu. So we've just realised that the reason why it feels so cold is that there's only one radiator works in the whole of the apartment. But they are English, so they should be okay. If they were Americans, I think I'd be peeing my pants by now.
Luckily for Lana, only half the guests are American, and she's made sure they will get the rooms with operational heating. The Brits will just have to cope. After a long journey, the tour party is looking forward to an evening of fine dining in Dimitri's bistro. It seems that St Giles House has made a good first impression.
I love my room. This room, I feel like just such like a little lady.
It's a wonderful combination of old and new. And not everybody can do that well, but they have done it very well here.
Another rabbit pulled out of the hat by Lana. But Carleton is starting to lose the will to continue the illusion.
Haven't had a day off in 2 months. Not one. And I'm flagging. It's hard. It's very hard.
The following morning, it's not only Carleton who's feeling the strain. It's 8 a.m. and General Manager Brian is not only running the front of house, he's also preparing breakfasts for the VIPs.
I am a bartender, I am maitre d', I'm head waiter, and general manager. All wrapped into one.
It's a wonder which Brian will break first.
Let's just hope the day doesn't get any harder than this,
As the guests prepare to leave after a most successful stay, General Manager and doorman, Brian, is hiding his exhaustion to play the perfect host.
I'll speak to you soon, yes? Enjoy the rest of your day. Right, see you then. I'll speak to you soon. Cheerio.
This was my favorite hotel thus far. Yeah, I loved it. It was really nice. Accommodations were great. Staff was wonderful. Okay, so you guys will get my luggage in my room and we're good to go. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Bellboy Carleton heads off to collect the guests' bags.
It would be on the top floor.
Thankful that the problematic lift has decided to work today.
Well, thanks very much. I enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon.
Keeping a 5-star hotel afloat with only a skeleton crew means that behind the scenes the team is pedaling like mad. With no money to install the hotel's laundry room, Carleton is off to the local laundrette to wash his dirty linen in public.
The only real advantage of this one is that it has a little shop directly next door, so I can go and buy soap powder and a packet of razor blades, just in case it gets too much.
Having gone to all the trouble of sourcing the finest Egyptian cotton sheets for their hotel, little did Carleton imagine that he would one day be washing them himself in a backstreet Norwich laundrette.
We are completely taking over this poor little laundrette. What will happen shortly, someone will come in wanting to use one of these machines and I will stand there and politely pretend that they're not me that's filled all the others up. They've decided that, you know, the coin of choice is a 20p piece. You need about £20 in 20p pieces.
While the spin cycle hypnotises Carleton, the hotel foyer welcomes a new guest. But this one's in search of her father. Working from dawn to dusk in the hotel, Brian is in danger of becoming a stranger to his own family.
This is Aita. She's going to be 11 months next. When is she going to be 11 months? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's Bridie. She just turned 3 a week ago Saturday. What did Lana say about touching her palms? She cut your hands off if you touch the palms.
It's a new restaurant manager. It's the replacement. I think she's got everything under tone. Yeah, she's got new systems put in.
And this is Karen.
I'm just reintroducing the children to their father. Here's your father. This is where he is. If we don't come here, we don't see him.
It's going to get better. It has to.
It couldn't get any worse. Oh,
but it could. I could
yes,
live here.
you could live here. Yeah, that's true. I shouldn't have said that. I've just cursed it.
Meanwhile, in the laundrette, Carleton has spotted his own premonition in the news.
2 men die after going 48 hours without sleep. I know how they feel. Sometimes I go for a walk. I walk over to that corner, and just to be devilish, I then walk over to that corner. Sometimes the back door is open, like it is today, and you actually go and look at the car park for a bit.
Back at their home in the Norwich countryside, snowed in under a mountain of laundry, Lana is trying to keep a grip on the business. St Giles House may have satisfied its first guests, but with the banks closing in, it could be too little, too late.
I had to beg with my bank managers to honour the paychecks. So it's once again, it's just hitting the absolute rock bottom.
It's not as though Lana's hotel is even complete. In the wake of their diminishing funds, an entire wing of the hotel has been completely neglected. But there's worse news in store. After over a year of struggling to cope with this epic project, Brian has come to a momentous decision.
Just can't keep working 120 hours a week. It's just deer in my head, and I'm cooked. I've fought the good fight here, and it's you know, I'm not hotel manager material. It's not that I can't do it. It's that I don't want to do it. It's not me. It's not me at all. You know.
Brian is quitting. He will work another 3 months before leaving Norwich and the hotel forever. He's taking himself and his family home to California.
In a year's time, it'll be like a long-distant memory. I'm in the moment, you know, and this is very real. It's very scary. It's very intense, you know. It's hard days right now. You know, it's bleak house at the moment. But the doors have opened, and there are people coming in, and we got 70 in here tonight for lunch, or for dinner. Excuse me, lunch. Can't differentiate one shift from the other at the moment, but I do see that it's bright out, so I know that it's daytime.
I don't regret hiring Brian. I'm sorry that he's throwing the towel in, and I sort of feel that that's what he's done. I know he finds it tough. I know that he doubts his ability to do it, and quite frankly, we often doubt it as well.
It's very, very sad in a way, but I'm also relieved because we do need someone who will take us to the next step.
Lana is putting a brave front on what has become the hotel's darkest hour. St Giles House is now losing money almost as fast as it's losing people. Lana and Carleton desperately need more cash, or they will not even be able to pay the remaining staff at the end of January. Their last and only chance of salvation lies in Moscow with Lana's cousin, multi-millionaire investor Dmitri. He's already told them there's no more cash, but Lana simply cannot afford to take no for an answer.
It'll be okay. I know it will be okay.
Again.
Sorry?
You know that Moscow is one of my favourite places to hate.
It's not as bad as Cairo.
Not as bad as Cairo. No, at least I don't try and poison me there.
No,
I'm just worried that they're going to shoot me there. That's different.
With the future of the hotel on the line, Lana steels herself to make the call.
Алло, Мария. Добрый вечер, с Новым годом. Диму, если можно. Да, настолько понравилось. Ага. Да. И привет.
It is as I expected. We're gonna have to go to Moscow.
The following morning, It's an early start in the Van Selman household.
We're having a board meeting on Saturday, and I can assure you it will be anything but bored.
There's only time for a vitamin breakfast for Lana.
I have no longer time to eat. I have to take clothes off those.
And even Carleton must forego his keyboard practice to pack their essentials. Cousin Dimitri will not advance any more money without a fight. Desperate and exhausted, Lana and Carleton board the first available flight to Moscow, aware that the next 48 hours will decide the fate of St Giles House.
We'll be okay.
Lana and Carleton face a chilly reception. In the grip of a Siberian winter, temperatures in Moscow are well below freezing. But even with the banks sniffing around the hotel in England, Lana cannot resist a shopping trip. She's enlisted Cousin Dimitri's wife, Lana, to help her find a bargain. Norwich Market just hasn't been able to satisfy her lust for caviar.
That should be in a refrigerator.
Very nice. It's about £100 a tin. I get 3 tins.
Get 3 tins, then.
On the other side of town, Cousin Dimitri's multi-million-pound empire is run from within the excellent Windows Company. It is by offering affordable double glazing to the chilly citizens of Moscow that Dimitri has made his fortune. And it is from here that he has bankrolled Lana and Carleton's English hotel. Lana first came to Dimitri with her ambitious plans for St Giles House over 5 years ago, and after a visit to Norwich to see for himself, he took a gamble and agreed to back the project. A man of few words, Dimitri doesn't like to say exactly how much he has ploughed into the hotel so far.
More than a million.
Once again, Cousin Dimitri's money is the key to the future of St Giles House.
What we need is 300,000 in the course of the year, so it's commitment of 300,000. What we need now is money to cover our current generous deficit, and we need money to fit out the remaining rooms in the Georgian building, which comes to £160,000.
Coming up, as the hour of judgment arrives, Cousin Dimitri takes Lana for a ride, while Carleton tries to keep up.
It's time to shit or get off the pan, isn't it?
Will they convince Dimitri to hand over the cash they need to save St Giles House? Or is this finally the end for Lana's dream hotel? Lana's hotel may finally have paying guests coming through the doors, but the staff are rapidly heading for the exits.
I fought the good fight here, and it's, you know, I'm not hotel manager material.
As the financial pressures start to bite, Lana and Carleton must once more extend their borrowing.
I had to beg with my bank managers to honour the paychecks.
She keeps hoping that the bank will come through, but banks are not there to be your friends, and there suddenly comes a point where they say, nope, and we're at that.
Their only hope now lies in a Moscow mercy dash to meet their Russian investor face to face. The Moscow winter makes a chilling backdrop to crisis talks with Cousin Dimitri. He holds the keys to the future of St Giles House. At the allotted hour, the Dimitri motorcade arrives to collect Lana and Carleton. But there's a rather awkward moment as Carleton learns he will not be travelling with Lana.
Dima wants to have a quiet word with Lana, so we're in 2 cars now.
But in the lead car, there's little warmth between the 2 cousins. Only 2 months ago it was all very different when Dimitri visited the Norwich Hotel for the first time in almost a year.
Welcome to your hotel.
He'd never before been in the building without a hard hat, and he found the transformation from derelict telephone exchange into 5-star hotel overwhelming.
It's real.
Look, no, just fight, everything. Suddenly.
But Dimitri's tears of joy were clouding his view of the real picture. Lana and Carleton didn't reveal just how bad the money situation had become. After sinking more than £1 million into the project, Dimitri is now demanding to know what's happening to his investment. St Giles House is at the crossroads.
We've stretched the budgets and stretched the credit cards just as far as they possibly can. And we need the final bit of investment, or we ditch it and walk away. It's time to shit or get off the pan, isn't it?
At the offices of Dimitri's double glazing business, they arrive to a frosty reception. A meeting as serious as this requires the presence of all 4 shareholders. That includes Lana's other cousin, Big Dimitri. Outside of their mutual interest in the hotel, the 2 Dimitris are bitter rivals. But today they decide whether to save St Giles House or let it go under.
By the end of the year, we'll be £300,000 in deficit. So between now and end of March, we have to raise 160,000. You know that, as we stand at the moment, it would be indeed very difficult for us to have any institutional loan in UK.
They have asked for £160,000 to see them through the next 6 months, by which time the hotel should be fully operational. But cousin Dimitri is not entirely convinced. Lana and Carleton must squirm in their seats while he ponders their future.
I understand that the business, we need money.
Yes.
But why we wait about that? I'm not the manager.
With respect, Dima, I don't think I think it's a shareholding decision, not management decision.
You respect the situation now? Even before? Why?
Yes.
Why didn't you talk me about that before?
I think you're absolutely right, and it's fair point.
That is why I give you 3 months, give additional money for that. That means I'll give you 3 months.
It's a financial lifeline with strings attached. Little Dimitri would move from being one of several investors to become the majority shareholder of the company. As he well knows, it's an offer Lana and Carleton cannot refuse.
The downside is, as he clearly establishes, if he wanted to sack the directors because they haven't performed as he feels they should perform, then he has the right to do so. I mean, to some extent, we knew we were hitting that situation when he was over in the beginning of December.
You're saying, why didn't you tell me?
Well, I wanted to. You wouldn't let me.
You are absolutely right.
They have the money to survive for at least another 3 months, but they're not out of the woods yet. After their grilling at the hands of Dimitri, a rather surreal Moscow bar provides a necessary pick-me-up. But as Lana and Carleton contemplate their retreat from Russia, they are now acutely aware that the Moscow pot of gold may finally be exhausted. St Giles House has barely made it through its winter of discontent. But can it survive the big thaw? Next time on Helter Hotel. With the Russian money safely in the bank, Lana throws a belated Christmas party for her overworked staff. As the party builds below stairs, Lana reflects on her journey so far.
It's not that I don't look back. I know without the looking, without knowing what's happened, I can't move forward. I take my lessons from it, but darling, I don't make spectacularly bad decisions. Or if I do, I certainly would not admit it in front of the camera. Every single decision I make is right.